We're back, Terry and Jesse. Hey, Jess, I got to tell you something, bro. One of the most exciting things that come our way is when someone encounters Jesus Christ. We've all seen it. The light bulb turns on, the life changes. We've seen, bouncers in England come on our show and tell us how a little kid converted them to Christ. I mean, it's amazing all the ways God uses to convert people. And I want to just set the stage. This is an amazing story of a terrorist in Palestine who was doing some really bad things. And wait till you hear his story of how he came to meet Jesus and how he now is a Christian. Mr. Engineer, let's play that clip.
I was a dedicated Muslim. Not only prayed the prayers, but I read the Quran once every 10 days, cover to cover. So I was very dedicated. In my time in jail, one day as I'm praying, a man appears in front of me, normal size, but his being shines like light. And this light was not a normal light. This light carried identity in it. You knew that he is holy and he is just. And instantaneous, I knew I am not. Even though I had prayed so many prayers, even though I had fasted so much and I had read the Quran, and I had volunteered to walk on landmines, or I had participated in hanging people trying to please Allah. I knew, even though I have kept all the rules and regulation of Islam, I knew I'm not just and I'm not holy. And I knew the only just thing for him to do is to kill me. But I didn't want to die. So I ran to the corner of the room, literally held my head in my arms and just cried out, shouting, "Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me." And I didn't think he will forgive me because he is just, till I felt a touch on my left shoulder. And he said, "I forgive you."
Wow.
And I felt a weight just lifted off me. And I knew I'm forgiven, but I don't know how. And I was confused. I was like, okay, I don't understand. Only God can forgive you. Just forgive me. You are God. But you are a different God than the one I have studied about. This is not Allah. So who are you that forgives me and I feel forgiven today? And he says, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Wow. Jesse, you're the one who found that clip. And when you sent it to me and I listened to it, I called you right away and I said, wow, Jess, people need to hear this. And Jess, there's a couple words that he said about his Muslim faith: anger and hatred. And it's like if God is this slave driver that we say that Islam's about, then it makes sense. And I can see that when he saw love for the first time, his eyes were opened. And like he said, he was colorblind. In other words, he saw things so differently from a perspective of love than hatred. And I wonder if this is the way to evangelize Muslims.
Unfortunately, Catholics are doing such a bad job of evangelizing Muslims that this is why they're not coming into the church, because we're not even making a case for Christ. The whole issue revolves around the person of Jesus Christ. Muslims and Jews have a deficient understanding of who Jesus is.
There you go.
One of the things that I've done quite effectively, and my wife has seen it, she's seen me in action several times.
In a taxi car.
Yeah, I don't know, several taxi cars. It's been about 3 taxi cars now.
Yeah.
And I just use the same technique. So I'm going to tell you what I do.
Tell us.
And it's very powerful. There's a website put up by some Catholic apologists. He doesn't want to be mentioned because he doesn't want Islam to come after him. It's called thereligionofpeace.com. Thereligionofpeace.com. He's a very famous Catholic apologist. So on that website, religionofpeace.com, there's a chart that says comparing Jesus and Muhammad.
Yep.
So what I've done, I've taken that picture of that chart on my iPhone. I've had it there for years. So when I got picked up by a Muslim, or when I have a conversation with a Muslim, I'm saying, well, have you ever heard about the real Jesus from the New Testament? Well, let me see. What do you got to say? I go to my phone and it's a side-by-side comparison of Jesus and Muhammad. It's jaw-dropping. Every single time I've done this with a Muslim,
Yeah.
it's happened to at least 3 taxi cab drivers that I've done this with. My wife has been there with me, and she says, wow, this is effective. I said, yeah, because they don't know who the real Jesus is.
Right. That's
So when you explain, it's just simple. You just like go down the line and say, okay,
Yeah.
Muhammad fought in 65 wars. Jesus fought in none. Muhammad had 25 wives. Jesus had none. Muhammad's youngest wife was 9 years old. Jesus was celibate and chaste. Muhammad performed no miracles. Jesus performed 36. So when you just go down, so you're not calling them names. You're just doing a comparison of Jesus and Muhammad. I'm going to tell you right now, and my wife has seen this. She has seen
Yes.
Muslims break down in front of us as they're driving us to an airport or a hotel.
Yeah.
They break down, tears start coming out of their eyes, and they start saying, nobody ever told me this.
Yeah.
Mr. Romero, thank you. I've never heard this. I want to do my own study. What's that website? It says thereligionofpeace.com. Thereligionofpeace.com. It's got a comparison graph between Jesus and Muhammad. I think every Catholic should read that, and every Muslim should read that. And I'm telling you, there would be mass conversions in the world, because most Muslims, what they've received a deficient view of who Jesus Christ really is, and this is why many of them are opposed to Christ. It isn't until so what's happening. Jesus is appearing to people all over the world. Why? Because we're not doing our job. So Jesus keeps appearing to former Muslim men and women, and these private revelations that have been going on for decades and decades are bringing in tens of thousands of Muslims into the Catholic or the Orthodox Church every single year.
And we met Father Zachariah Boutros, a priest from Egypt who has been converting millions of Muslims to Christianity. And Jess and I went on his television show. Yes, probably 10 years ago into a bunker. I mean, we literally, because he's got he's what is it? They put a bounty on his head for millions of dollars to kill him. He's in his 80s. He makes Jesse and myself look lethargic. This guy's on fire for the faith. And he has a way of evangelizing Muslims in the Middle East that I don't know if too many people are doing what he's doing. So look him up, Zachariah Boutros.
Yeah, the 2 best evangelizers for Islam today in Christianity are Father Zachariah Boutros.
Yeah.
His last name is spelled Botros. He's all over YouTube.
Yes, he is.
And Robert Spencer.
Oh, he's another good guy.
Robert Spencer has written 27 books on every topic about Islam.
Yeah.
He's the go-to guy. In fact, this guy is so steeped in Islamic understanding. He gets called in by the Department of Justice, the FBI, the CIA, the White House.
Wow.
They consult him on Islam, and he's a Chaldean Catholic. But Terry, is this testimony that we just heard from this Hezbollah terrorist that just converted to Christianity?
Incredible.
As I'm looking here at the YouTube page, all these former Muslims keep writing. Here's somebody else. I'm a former Muslim woman. I'm blessed I found Jesus Christ. He appeared to me also.
Wow.
Jesus is love and mercy. He's the way, the truth, and the life. Here's another one. Wonderful testimony, brother. I am a born Muslim like you, and have converted to Christianity after an experience with Jesus Christ our Lord. I'm very happy to see many Muslims around the world are now experiencing Jesus Christ and knowing the way, the truth, and the life.
It's exciting.
There's one Muslim after another is posting here and just talking about what a powerful testimony this was. Here's one from a Jew. I'm a Jew. When I found Christ, I immediately felt a peace I never knew before. Life has been infinitely better since. Thank you to this man for telling his story.